So the secret to having an awesome lawn in the spring starts actually with what you do right now in late fall, early winter. Do this stuff right and you're gonna be hanging out next year, but skip this like the vast majority of people, you're gonna have a tough year next year. Hey guys, Tyler with the Lawn Review, and in this video I'm going to walk you through my entire process in making sure that my lawn is ready for winter and ready to leapfrog into spring once the temperatures warm up. Step number 1 of my winter lawn care routine is all about prepping the turf. Contrary to popular belief, even though it's getting cold out there, your lawn does not need a blanket of leaves to keep it warm. It'll be just fine. Some of this may seem counterintuitive, but trust me here, anything that may have dropped after your final fall leaf cleanup, make sure that you go through and get that picked up. Clear out any leaves, sticks, and debris and anything like that. Skipping that step can block sunlight and trap some of the moisture in there that really promotes mold throughout the winter. Some of you guys might deal with snow mold. This will really help combat that in the cold winter months. If you've watched any of my videos before this, you know I always stress cutting your lawn at the highest blade setting that you can. There's a lot of reasons for that, but in this specific instance, your first cut of the year and your last cut of the year can be low. I like to cut mine about 2 to 2.5 inches. I've got turf type tall fescue, but really 2 to 2.5 inches is probably pretty safe across the board, whether it's cool season or warm season grass, doesn't matter. And if you don't have a mower that tells you the exact height that you're cutting at, really, if you got to put standard push mower, I just hit it at that medium setting, like right in the middle. You should be good. But why you want to do that is because winter is cloudy and it's cold and it's wet, regardless if it's snow or ice or just rain. My lawn stays pretty saturated all winter long. So cutting down your grass will enable, like when you do get sun or you do get a dry spell, that it enables your turf to dry out a little bit and just prevents the chance of snow matting and ice really pressing down on your grass and creating some fungus and mold type issues. As we're preparing our lawns and homes for winter, it's important to protect your home from other things that want to get in your home too. As temperatures cool, you want to go inside and stay inside, but so do pests like spiders, cockroaches, things like that. They all want to find warm things too, so they're trying to go inside your house. Well, I love pests outside. I think they're super important for the ecosystem, but I don't like them inside. So to fight against that, there's this company called Pesty, which is also my wife's nickname for me. This is a different Pesty. Pesty is a DIY pest control solution that makes protecting your home and yard a breeze. So here's how it works. Pesty provides professional grade products straight to your door, customized exactly for your region and your pest control needs. I really like how easy it is to apply. You just mix, spray, and you're good to go. They only send you exactly what you need, and the QR code gives you a super clear explanation on how to apply it to minimize the effects on our environment and honeybees. I love honeybees. So one of my favorite things about Pesty too is I no longer have to deal with those exterminators coming and knocking on my door at 6:30 in the evening as I'm eating dinner with my family. No joke, about a month ago, one of the exterminators was literally like looking through our window, knocking on it and saying I'm not kidding. I was like, what? And not to mention this is pro-grade stuff, but it's also a fraction of the cost, like 1/4 of the cost of your major big dogs out there taking control of your pests. This is the same stuff, and you don't have to pay for them driving around the city. You do it. It's super easy. But Pesty will provide a barrier around your house that acts kind of like a moat around your house to prevent insects from getting inside. But also they give you a 100% guarantee. So if you do see like Charlotte making a web in your pantry, it's on them. So make sure you check out Pesty in the description of this video. And thanks again, Pesty, for sponsoring this video. So I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I do this about 50% of the time, and every time I skip this, I'm so mad at myself come spring, honestly. But applying a pre-emergent to your lawn in the late fall is one of the best ways you can set up your lawn for success in the spring. Pre-emergents like a barricade or dimension work by creating a barrier that stops weeds like POA, chickweed, your winter weeds from germinating. Late fall is a perfect time because these winter weeds sprout as temperatures drop, which is kind of counterintuitive, but Mother Nature is crazy and does her own thing. But applying these ensures that the barrier is in place before that happens. Plus, by preventing weeds, your lawn's nutrients can go straight to the grass instead of those unwanted plants, saving you a ton of hassle, a ton of time in the spring. either pulling them by hand or applying like a 2,4-D post-emergent herbicide that's, can be pretty rough on your lawn. So this will help prevent that from having to happen. I use, like I said, either Barricade or Dimension by the Andersons, and both these are super easy to apply. They're both granulars. You just spread it evenly across your lawn, water it in to activate it, and kind of let it do its thing over the winter. It'll create that barrier and prevent things from poking up through it. So a quick application now will mean a healthier and a weed-free lawn come spring. And let me give you a little analogy here. My son, 19 months old, hilarious, goofy kid, loves to sometimes go to sleep without having eaten dinner or drank his bottle. And he wakes up at about 6 o'clock in the morning acting like a dang banshee, screaming, crying, you name it. And I try to tell him, he doesn't know reason at that point, but hey, you're going to feel horrible in the morning if you don't eat. It's going to be a bad deal for all of us. And so, but he'll still go to sleep. He'll wake up acting like a psycho. If he had just eaten like a full meal for dinner, then when you wake up, it's not that bad. The same deal. Not a perfect analogy, but your lawn's kind of the same way. You don't just like let it go to sleep without having fed it at all. But what you do feed it is important. This is one of the few times I'm going to say it's important to not just use a standard fertilizer. This is like a slow release you want to do, like a 30-06 slow release fertilizer. And I'll put some links for some fertilizers that I recommend down in the comment section or the description section of this video. But feed it, because as you feed it, your lawn isn't like sleeping necessarily. It's more like hibernating, like a bear, where people think bears are literally just asleep for the entire winter, which is not true. They're actually like just very sedentary, don't move around a lot, but stuff's still going on. Stuff's still going on with your lawn, especially in the root zone. When it's getting colder, your roots are still active and can still grow. So you want to spoon feed your lawn with a slow release fertilizer, but you can put it down right now and have it feeding throughout fall and winter and have it like ready to rock and roll come spring and be fed, and you don't have to dump a whole bunch of fertilizer on it. You will have to fertilize a little bit, but not as much as you would if you just skipped your final feeding or skipped dinner, so to speak. So you do those things, you feed your lawn like you feed your family, your lawn's gonna be looking good come spring, guaranteed. Guys, I'm working on a video right now, well, a series of videos, where I'm doing the 12 days of Christmas. I'm giving away a different lawn tool every single day for 12 days. I'm gonna release a video in the next couple days highlighting how you can join or how you can participate in that. I gotta be selective on the wording that I use with YouTube. So make sure you subscribe if you wanna see that video series or participate, air quotes, in that video series. So be on the lookout for that. But thanks again for hanging out. See y'all again. Keep cutting.